Hey guys, so today we're going to get into cumulative delta and specifically how to use it for scalping. I'm going to review today's price action. I'm going to show you a trade that I missed, just kind of wasn't ready to take it, and then another one that I did trade. The first one I would really classify as a momentum trade. The second one I put in my journal as a support and resistance bounce. You'll see why, but you could also look at it and say, wow, that looks very similar to that momentum setup that you just showed us. But I'm not going to get into what cumulative delta is. If you don't know, there are plenty of other videos around YouTube about that. So we're just going to jump into breaking down today's chart from top down. And when we get to the lower time frames, you'll see the cumulative delta and how it comes into play here. So this right here is the hourly chart of S&P 500 futures. So when I sat down this morning, essentially this big bullish candle here was 8:30 news. I sit down around 9:15 to start preparing for the open. And this red candle had not fully formed. It was forming, but it was above this grayish line here that you can see is sort of like a double top here and here. Now, I had that line on the chart for several days, not just from that double top, but also because it was resistance here and back here as well. And actually, if you go back, you can see it's just been a very significant level for weeks, really. And so we broke out above it and price was hanging out up here. And you'll see when we get to the lower time frames that it looked like price might just want to hold there and bounce. So that's where we were at the open. This red candle had not yet formed. Okay, down to the 15-minute. We were again sort of up here. I don't think I can get this any, there we go. This is about what we looked like at the open. So again, on the news, price blasted up above here and then started retracing down. And the question sort of, is this going to hold here? Now, this reddish line here is the POC of this whole consolidation that you can see here on the 15-minute. So I was looking at that just to be aware of. And this green zone going across right here, you can see has been on this 15-minute chart, resistance, support, 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 resistance, resistance all through yesterday, resistance in the overnight, and then we blasted up through it. So I'm looking at that as a pretty significant level of interest. You could also put fibs on this and say, hey, that's like right about this green line here is the 68, the 61.8, whatever it is. But depending on how you draw this, we'll put that at a different spot as well. So that level, so you can put it like that too. Okay, that level was very interesting to me. I'm looking at that. So I'm wondering at this point, are we holding above this double top? Even though we've had this huge, huge like single print fair value gap candle going on, or are we going to break down below this level? And if we do, might there be an opportunity for a short? So I'm looking at, longs if we start to get down here, but up here, possibly shorts. I wasn't really super comfortable about taking a bounce off this for long because price was already pretty extended there. So on the 5-minute going into the open, we were about here. This is the 9:30 candle. So again, price moved up off news, and you can see right at this red line, which is the POC, you see on the 5-minute, you can start to see that it hit some resistance there and then pushed through. So I was a little bit watching that level, but not as much as this one down here. So right at the open, price started to move and it started to kind of bounce up. And if we go down to the final time frame, the 2000 tick chart, and get this to where we were at the open, basically we were right here. So this is that double top line. Price had come down. This is 925. We got a little bounce, came down again. Here's what happened. Price moved up a little bit, consolidated for a while, started to break down. Now here's where we get the divergence that I want to show you for the momentum trade. We've got from this consolidation, if you were at the charts live, you would have seen this was a very fast move. This is a tick chart, so the bars print faster or slower based on how many orders are coming in. And so you can feel the energy shift a little bit more in the market. And the energy was definitely shifting here. We've had a pretty strong impulse, and now we broke below this double top line here. Now, as price continued, You get this candle here right underneath that double top line after 3 strong bearish bars. And on that candle, the buyers tried to step in, okay? The buyers tried to step in and got literally nowhere. So there's buyers trying to buy this support. And if you think about what's happening there, those eager buyers hitting the market buy button are trying to buy this support, and they are getting just run over. Prices moving down, even though there are more buyers hitting the market than there are sellers. So the sellers are just holding those limit orders and not letting the buyers get any traction. So imagine how you feel if you're a support buyer there and you've got all this downward momentum, you try and buy, and the market just steamrolls you, okay? So now I didn't take this trade. I wasn't really ready to be looking for shorts here. I kind of wanted to see price come down more and then come back up for a retest. So I just wasn't thinking momentum trade here. But you can get in on a break of this bar, and as you can see, price just dropped from there. So there was another divergence on this candle as well. You had, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reason to get in this. Again, I wasn't really ready. I was watching this, and in my mind, this wasn't the trade I was looking for. I was looking for this to maybe come down lower, then come up, and then look for an entry. So I just missed this one. I just kind of straight up missed it. But I mean, that's it. That's really it. Basically, what you're looking for is a consolidation area. This consolidation is a little bit big. Usually I like something even a little tighter than this, but it's pretty tight consolidation if you think about it. So consolidation area, and then a strong momentum move out of that. So you get 2, 3 nice full-bodied candles in a row. That's usually pretty good. And then you want to get a candle that's in the same direction as the move. So another red candle here, or bearish candle here, but delta divergence on that bar. So you've got some buyers trying to call the bottom, and they're just getting steamrolled. Usually that thing is going to, if it breaks that area, if it breaks that candle, usually those things are going to keep going. I would have had a 2-to-1 target on this, so it would have been somewhere down here, and that would have worked really well had I taken that, but I didn't. This is the one I did take, and this was, to me, a more interesting trade. So we're going to talk about this trade, and you'll see my executions on the chart here. So price comes down. This is that 15-minute zone, remember. This is our 15-minute chart. This was that zone we were watching. So at this point, price is coming down and testing that zone, okay? And then we've got this little POC here, this little reddish line of this consolidation as well. So you've got a whole bunch of volume sitting here, a whole bunch of positioning sitting there, and you've got this really nice support and resistance line here. And this 15-minute chart, although the 5-minute at this point, it's dropping, and this looks like kind of broke structure a little bit here. This looks a little bit bearish. Overall, the 15 and the 1 hour are very bullish here. So we see this dropping on the 2000 tick. It hits this area and bounces. Now, I didn't take this. I didn't even look for an entry signal here. I wasn't paying attention for entry signals because this thing was falling fast. And so even if I got a beautiful like entry candle, I kind of want to see this like show signs that it's getting some support here before I enter. So I didn't take any entry here. We came up, we came down and retested. So now I'm thinking, okay, if I get a good entry candle now, maybe, but that's not what happened. We broke through. Coming into this volume area, this red dotted line down here at 41.38 is where there is that high volume node from the previous larger time frame consolidation on that 15-minute. So we came down below this into that volume, came back up, hit this from the underside. Now, again, I'm not looking for shorts here. Why? Because look at where we are on this 15-minute chart. We were just coming in to this area. Why would you want to short into that? You've got this high volume, you've got, so I'm just not thinking shorts at this point. I'm thinking the hourly is still bullish, the 15 is still bullish. I'm looking for longs at this area. So we test this from the underside, test it from the underside again. You can see that, there's a little bit of a fight going on here, but look at the delta from this low to this low. Oops, sorry guys. You've got price dropping steadily, but buyers are starting to get aggressive. See here, the delta is kind of flat through that area, slightly actually tilted upward. So you've got that divergence. You're seeing the buyers start to get pretty handsy in here, right? They're getting aggressive. So we're looking at that, and now I'm thinking, okay, this is looking pretty. We're in this area. We've got support, kind of little bounce here, support, resistance, resistance. If we get back above this line and retest, that's going to look like the formation of a really pretty head and shoulders where you can get in on the right shoulder at a retest of the neckline. So here's what happened. Look at the delta here. Look how aggressive the buyers are getting. The sellers are holding it. You know, whichever way this breaks, there's going to be a lot of people off sides. Either all these aggressive buyers are going to get, again, completely railroaded if this breaks down, and they're going to be off sides, or all these people with buy limit orders buying this new resistance. They're seeing this breakout underneath this 15-minute level and thinking like, oh yeah, let's go short. One of those two parties, either the aggressive buyers or the passive sellers, are going to be pretty pissed off if this doesn't go in their direction. So we break up, the buyers start to take control. And again, a couple good candles. Now, I don't really consider this one a momentum play because to me, this is just more clear looking at it as support and resistance, because we came above this. And look at this candle. It wicks down into this 15-minute level again. And on the delta, that is this. It's the only red delta in here. So it's the same scenario as above, where on this candle right here, the sellers are thinking, okay, you know, hey, this is going to be new resistance now. Let's sell. And they're just getting nowhere. They're just getting absolutely nowhere. The buyers are holding above this support and resistance area. So I put my buy order. You can see the arrow right there. I put it right above that candle. Now, normally what I have been doing is I just take a 2-to-1 reward to risk. So that would have put it up here at 18 ticks. Now you can see I closed it out right here at 12 ticks at 41.47. And the reason for that is I had two apex evaluations that were at the threshold to pass. And so I just wanted to close out the trade so that I could close out those evaluations because those ones are ready to be funded. So I took this in my cash account that's up here, and then I copied it over into a few evaluations. So that was the trade I took, and you can see that one really moved from there. That got some good traction. You could have taken that for a much larger profit, and you know, to me, very clean setup using the cumulative delta, using support and resistance to just get a trade that has a lot of confluences here. You know, overall the confluences we had on this, we had structural divergence on the delta. We had an inverse head and shoulders pattern. We had the divergence candle for our entry confirmation. This neckline was also a major support and resistance on the 15-minute. The 1 hour was bullish and the 15 was bullish. The hour, you can kind of, or the 5-minute rather, you can kind of argue is bearish, but we had 2 out of our 3 time frames. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 confluences to enter this trade. So I was really comfortable getting in this trade. And you can see I took almost no heat on it. So yeah, I hope that helps. The cumulative delta can be a really straightforward way to add a little bit of order flow into your trading without getting overwhelmed by looking at every order coming in on a footprint or on a price ladder. So I hope that helps you guys in your trading, and I'll catch up with you in the next video.